Good evening, everybody. Our today's session is on concept of digital supply chain. And with respect to time, we'll go over the presentation. We'll understand why we are talking. We have studied in our supply chain basic concept of supply chain, conventional supply chain, multi-party logistics. We understood warehousing concepts. We understood the inventory management concepts. Correct? We have run through all of them. Now today we are talking something which is the future of supply chain. Which is the future of supply chain. You can ask a very simple question to me, sir, if it is the future of supply chain, why we are even discussing right now? You have a valid question. But you need to understand one concept. This time, this digital transformation of supply chain is being used or is being taking place with the help of AI, artificial intelligence. So whatever changes are going to come, digitalization of supply chain is going to come, it is going to be on not the conventional digital platform, it is going to be on the AI, artificial intelligence driven platform. And when I say that, I am making a sense because the digital technologies have grown comparatively slow, but AI is growing at a very high speed. And so the digital technology adoption by the supply chain will be at much faster scale. And if you are in the business of supply chain, even if you are not in the business of supply chain, but supply chain integrate the business from start to end, you are going to encounter this AI application based supply chain by one way or another way. So that's why it is very important to understand what are the digital AI transformation is happening. Digital transformation based on AI technologies is happening in supply chain management. Clear? When I say simple definition of digital supply chain is nothing but adding more and more digital technologies to the supply chain management. That's a simple concept of digital supply chain management. See, before we get into the components of digital supply chain and all, we need to understand one concept very clearly. What is that concept? First of all, why we should transfer ourselves to a digital era. What is the benefit of that digital transformation? Clear? What value it will add to our current business proposition? You're getting my point? So I'm going to talk this benefits of or benefit drivers for digital transformation in three concepts. Number one, revenue enhancement. Revenue will increase. What you see on my screen right now. Revenue enhancement. And revenue enhancement is driven by what? What are the value drivers for enhancement? Pricing enhancement, you can make a better competitive pricing. Market share, you will gain better market share when your revenues are increasing. Definitely you are able to get the better market share. And acquisition of new customers, it helps you to adopt the new customers. You reach to the hands, pockets, dreams of the new customer base. So that's why it is a revenue enhancement. Generating the more and more business. Generating the better business. Clear? Now, coming back to the concept of cost reduction. Why we are talking of cost reduction? How digital technologies can reduce the cost? The best part of digital technologies and AI platform using is redundant cost elimination. Whatever efforts are being done by one team here, same is repeated by another team there, by another team there. No, this could be transferred to digital platforms, analyzing the data. Somebody else is working only on behalf of you in the clouds. So only your data punching is there and automatically you are getting a solution to all your supply chain agents. All stages of supply chain. So the redundant cost elimination, one team working here, second team working here, that is not required. Message transfer is easy. Processing of information is easy. Reports are generated and simultaneously published to all the workstations. That's why it's a duplication of cost can be reduced. Because of centralization approach, cloud computing approach, and improved asset utilization. So now I can use my assets in a better way. If somebody else is doing my job in cloud computing happening, I can use my assets in a much better way. Working capital reduction, automatically when the cost is eliminated, duplications are eliminated, definitely working capital is reducing. You get my point? I'll go to business agility afterwards, then you make a circle, please. Transaction cost reduction, definitely. Every transaction has a cost. So you do multiple transactions or you do a centralized transaction for one activity, your cost reduces. So that is about the cost reduction, correct? Now it's coming back to the business agility. Am I right? And what is business agility? What is agility? Agility is an approach and driven by agile, quick, lighter, swift. So what are the value drivers for this? Reduce time to market. We need to reach market. I will produce in 3 days, 7 days. No. Reach to the market. Market means what? A place where I find customer. So I need to make my product ready to reach at the earliest to my customer's hand. Lead time reduction, manufacturing and supply. See, that is what I'm telling you. You need to reduce your lead time. Lead time to reach the target. No, reduce the time. Inventory pooling. Yes. If the product is already available, okay, already available in one store and the next store is just 2 kilometers away from it. So share the inventory with each other. No need to manufacturer. So what will happen? In one warehouse, product will be surplus. Another warehouse has raised the demand, so I am producing. No, Baba, share your resources. Very basic concept. And this is just some glimpse of digital benefits, which has a much more benefits, bringing more clarity into the business. Business becomes more transparent, more easily understandable, and better controlled objective. Be patient with me on this slide and don't be carried away about the things. Our traditional supply chain, okay? What happens? The producer places an order, okay? Be with me slowly on this slide, okay? Now, what happened? Producer and supplier, they talk to each other, okay? And they make a plan, okay? That this quarter approximately, I will ask this much raw material from you. They talk to each other, okay? They make a plan for 1 quarter. After that, what happened? But he says, I'm going to place your order on weekly basis. So what he will do? He will place an order here. See, he's placing an order. And supplier confirms, I received the order, I'm going to give delivery in 3 days. So every week, I'm going to raise an order on you. Quantity will change depending on my other information or my orders in hand as received from distributors. And you will manufacture and give me in 3 days, okay? So now this is the talk between producer and supplier. Similarly, the same supplier is talking to a distributor also. He is making another plan with the distributor. Now understand my point, huh? Producer has talked to supplier. Producer has made a plan with distributor also. They are not on the common platform. They are on the different platform. Okay, I'm in the B. I'm talking to A. I'm talking to C. And I have a different plan with them. I have a plan with them. Then distributor place an order on producer, and producer deliver the final goods to distributor. After that, what happened? One more interesting thing. This distributor tried to do a survey with all his retailers. It could be 1, 2, 5 to 100 retailers, 1,000 retailers in the area. I do not know the number. Number could be very high. And then they place an order. By the way, this is a place where big impact of demand and supply forecast happens very strongly. Because you have 1,000 retailers, they have their 1,000 languages. Languages means their demand curves are different. Their demand curves are fluctuating. So you cannot standardize all. So see now again order confirmation cycle here. Then retailer make a plan. He cannot talk to all the customers, by the way. Now listen to me carefully here. Huh? Up to this point, there are known identities. Supplier is known to producer is known to supplier, producer is known to distributor is known to producer is known to retailer is known to distributor. These are fixed identity. But the customer is not a fixed identity. Correct? Today I am your customer, I will not be your customer tomorrow. So I cannot make a plan with a customer. So I can only guess. So that's why this plan is an estimate by retailer that generally in this month I have this data, this much customer comes. In winter I get my summer clothing sales drop to 0. I'm just giving a highlight. But at what rate it will become 0 or at what rate it will go 100, that is purely a phenomena of trends or past historical data. So now you understood the sequence, correct? How it is, like how they are interconnected with each other, and how come in spite of this much interconnection, how strongly they are disconnected also with each other. Because distributor has nothing to do with supplier. Supplier has nothing to do with the retailers. It's a baba, you figure out. Producer, you figure out. Customer always want product in hand. So the distributor is in tension, retailer is in tension. Baba, my customer should not go empty hand from my shop. Or when he places online order, I should have product in stock, not offline. Not out of stock. So considering this phenomena means, I'm not telling we are working for years in the same supply chain models. It's not that we are not working, our supply chains are not doing the job. No, they are doing their job. But there are frictions happening. I will explain these terms in the next slides to come, don't worry. Frictions are happening, delays are happening, inefficiencies are happening because it's a natural fabric. Bullwhip effect is happening. Inventories are increasing. COGS is increasing. Out of stock is also increasing. You know, at many slides, this online e-commerce platform, out of stock. That is out of stock. These are increasing. Transparencies are decreasing. Velocity, speed is decreasing. Agility means flexibility is decreasing. So these are the limitations of supply chain, traditional supply chain. Okay. So now we will try to understand what is the meaning of each one of those terms, because these terms are very critical from supply chain management point of view. So understand them in the concept, they will remain with you for your lifelong with the concept. Friction. What is friction? You know, who are from the physics students, science students, they know what is the friction, correct? Okay, if there is no friction, huge energy is consumed by friction, because when you walk, you cannot walk if there is no friction. But in supply chain, let's see what is the meaning of friction. Friction in the global supply chain occurs at those points where disruption to the supply chain plan can manifest itself and impede the smooth flow of product in its international journey. Cargoes are not available. Containers are not available. Port is closed for next 3 weeks for major maintenance. So no ships are coming to this port. This is friction. Purchase order execution has a friction. Account and product compliances for international trade is a friction. Delays in production planning, I'm not telling production, plan for production, delays in production planning and execution, poor visibility into the suppliers, manufacturers' processes. So these are all the friction points, pain points. Supplier, manufacturer processes. How come a distributor who is committing to his retailer that I will give you, if he has 1,000 retailers and everybody has a demand, somebody is at 20 pieces, somebody is at 500 pieces, somebody is at 30 pieces, he has a huge demand. Ultimately, a distributor has to put a board outside his distributor center, out of stock. I'm just telling you. It used to happen in the previous time. Now it's out of stock means published. Whereas on the media it is published. So these are the friction points. Now, bullwhip effect. Bullwhip effect, I think we discussed some time back in the beginning also, but let me repeat it again because we are into digital framework. Bullwhip effect is a supply chain phenomena describing how small fluctuation in demand at the retail level can cause progressively larger fluctuation in demand at the wholesale, distribution, manufacturer and raw material suppliers level. I'm just going back to the previous slide. See, the customer is here, okay? When customer is here, if one customer changes his demand pattern or a group of customers changes demand pattern, retailer try to order that boss. See, my customers are liking this product, so I want to make my order double for this product because it is fast running item. But suddenly, after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, customers started disliking that product for any one reason. But or another way, sales have not grown with that scale. It was initial, customer liked it. Retailer was jumping. He gave an order, bulk order to distributor gave a bulk order to producer. Then producer has given a bulk order to supplier for that enhanced quantity. Production started, big quantity produced, pumped to distributor. In this phenomena, in the 2, 3, 4 weeks time, retailer said, now nobody is buying this product. What to do? You're getting my point? So a small input by the retailer, by the customer actually, the behavior or pattern change of customer has produced a huge product, huge number of products. But in 2 weeks, that trend was proven to be wrong, or it was not proven to be that accurate. But production started, it was manufactured. So what will happen in this whole circular economy, that additional product are produced and they will become a floating inventory, non-moving inventory, because now retailer is withdrawing his order. But anyway, he has to maintain distributor and retailer relationship, so he may have to buy. So product is going to remain ideal either in the production warehouses or the distribution warehouses or the retailer's warehouse. But it will remain there for a longer duration. And what will happen? You will have to alter your regular production cycle. Say, don't produce, we have surplus material, so make your production half. So now because we got surplus suddenly, so this is called a bullwhip effect. Understood? We had another term over there, COGS, cost of goods sold, is a sum of all direct costs incurred in the production of goods or services. This includes the cost of raw material and component, direct labor and overhead cost. Cost of goods sold is a sum of direct costs incurred. It's nothing but a production cost of any goods or services. So what happened now? Basically, it increases in the regular supply chain. Suddenly you got a big order, okay, and it was not optimized order. Suddenly you require more extra shift you have to run. You have to produce more, so you are giving overtime to your employees. You will be hiring extra labor also for that, correct? Or you are buying the raw material at a premium price, something like that, okay? So that's why the cost of goods production increases. COGS, cost of goods sold. Agility in supply chain. Organization's ability to profitably manufacture and deliver a broad range of high quality products and services with short lead time and varying volumes, providing enhanced value to customer. Agility means good product at cheaper prices. Variety of product at cheaper prices. Means produce the variety. Produce the low cost product. Means your manufacturing cost should be less. That means the cost of goods sold, cost of production should reduce. So in agility, that is an approach to reduce the production cost, create the varieties as customer likes it, correct? Next is traceability. Said now left hand doesn't know what right hand does, what right hand doesn't know what left hand is doing it. So that's why, and it's not their fault, because they have put in series. It is very difficult for a supplier to see the retail customer. It is very difficult a production house to see the retail customer. So if you see the retail customer behavior, he'll produce less, irrespective of what distributor is placing order to him or what retailer is placing order to him. He will understand that phenomena. It cannot be in a business. The majority of losses happens because I heard like this, I felt like this, or he told me like this. But we need to increase our broad spectrum to see the things. So from where the source is going to consume, we have to go to the roots, we have to go to the source. So this is how the traceability makes a sense. On-shelf availability. Many of the e-commerce platform out of stock, last 3 pieces left, last 2 pieces left, correct? We hear that. Amazon side on last 3 pieces left, correct? Or out of stock, correct? We heard that. So on-shelf availability applies to consumer products, making available to shopper, consumer, the right product in the right place at the right time and at right price is the objective of FMCG company management. No price escalation. Ultimately, customer needs a product. Don't play with the customer. Give him always same quality, same cost, same packet size. Okay, that is an objective of business. Especially FMCG business is driven by that only, which are fast-moving consumer goods. Correct? That is what is the objective of that. So on-shelf availability is very important. But in conventional supply chain, we all know that on-shelf availability has a challenge, whether it is an online platform or it is an offline platforms. A safe product is one that provides either no risk or a minimum acceptable level of risk, taking into account the normal or reasonably foreseeable use of the product and the need to maintain a high level of protection for the consumers. Safe products. Always think of making the safe products, whether they are safe in consumption, they are safe in logistics, they are safe in storage. So try to make the utmost care to ensure that the products are safe or declared threat or risk. So these were some phenomena which I was discussing about the supply chain phenomena. Okay. Now, how the digital supply chain benefits the things. What happened in the digital supply chain? Be with me, and I will explain you this picture very easily, don't worry. First of all, now you saw that we had a line of elements in our conventional supply chain. Here you see the future of supply chain is circular now. See, this is circular. First difference. We have a control tower. Somebody is sitting there. He is having an handshake with supplier. He is monitoring the truck movement. He is talking to producer also. He is again talking to truck movements, product finished good movement. He is talking to distributor also. Again from distributor to the truck driver or the truck pilots are going to the retail counters. From retail counters again it is going through the trucks. Opposite is a purchase order on the e-commerce platform by the customer if doing it. The purpose of this wheel, spokes of the wheel which I draw in front of you indicates that when digital supply chain is used, everybody try to put their information at one place. There is a common platform, control tower or control platform, AI-based digital technology platform is available where the customer patterns are tracked, where retail counter details are tracked, distributor details are tracked, producer details are tracked, supplier details are tracked. And if there's an inconsistency, a simple matter, if the customers are not buying the product, last week they purchased from one retail counter or maybe 100 retail counter, the product sold was 10,000. Okay. So, you getting my point? Okay. So, when it is the 10,000 product were sold last week, but this time suddenly the product quantity has gone to 5,000. That information will be flashed immediately to the control tower, and everybody will understand that the market demand for the product A, B and C has reduced by 50% or consumption has reduced. The reason could be XYZ. I'm not getting to the reasons right now, but I'm giving you just a concept that the market demand has reduced this week or the market consumption has dropped by 50%. And it's a big thing. But supplier will be alerted first of all. If he's doing mining, he will do less mining. He will not suddenly do a more mining. Producer will understand that concept. Baba, relax. Don't produce more. Don't produce at the rate of 10,000 per week because demand has reduced right now. Okay, keep that inventory, keep that minimum inventory, which will not allow you to put out of stock board. We need to avoid that. But at the same time, don't flood your warehouses where you have to stop your production for next 5 days. And when such kind of data are published, automatically it is known to everybody who is a key element or a stakeholder of the supply chain. I hope that this concept is very clear to you. Every information in supply chain may not be required or useful to supplier, raw material supplier. Every information may not be required to the producer, but still the packet of information which makes a concern for them, which increases inventories or which can make suddenly out of stock scenarios should be avoided. I hope this concept is clear, and automatically no need to say now. I already explained you. So the cost will reduce, traceability will increase, inventories will reduce, transparency will increase, velocity will increase. So that is by default. Slightly to put you guys in little more technical phenomena, but it is just to know it's better. Okay, how the digital supply chain will work. What will the major component of digital? We saw right now the concept, okay, circular concept with the centralized control centers, okay. But what are the components, okay, for digital supply chain? If I say it like this, if I start with digital supply chain component concept, for example. So for example, okay, this is a digital supply chain, okay. Now, what are the basic component? Digital planning. The planning has come to digital platform. Digital manufacturing. Everything is digitalized. Your production house will not start producing if you are not connected to digital platforms. Digital sourcing. Your sourcing will not start if the information is not taken from the digital platform. Information, data is available on the digital supply chain platform. And digital logistics. No need to produce more. No need to do extra transportation. Try to do warehouse optimization. Try to see if not from the A store, let it be available from the B store. You know that when you go to a couple of shops, correct? And say, sir, this product is not available in my stock, okay? But if you want to order, book your order right now. And if you want to collect from that store, you can go and collect from that store. Otherwise, if you come tomorrow, I'll give you from the same store. see the digital logistic concepts. Very simple concept I'm giving, but this is a very big scale. It goes up to digital logistics, actually, up to global logistic concepts, where you can track your trucks, where you can track your shipments, you can track your delivery durations. Now, the next item. So much information is coming. Okay, before it was good. Supplier talking to producer, producers talking to distributor, they're talking with each other, some information on telephone, something is happening. No, here that is not the case. Everybody is flooding their data. There are many data which are not manually entered. I will tell you how they are coming. In the same scene, you will see they are coming from automatic sensors, CCTV cameras, cloud computings. So for this, you need to handle big data, not the megabyte, not the gigabytes, petabytes. Giga is 10 to the power 9, peta 10 to the power 15. So peta. So big data analytics is nothing but handling huge quantum of data. That is called big data analysis. 10 to the power 15 order, big data. Big data is a very common phenomenon in AI field, okay. Then it is coming, number 7, advanced stress and tracking systems. You have to have advanced tracking systems for your trucks, advanced tracking system for the goods movement. Then 3D printing, manufacturing, yes. This is one of the upcoming potential area of supply chain. Additive manufacturing, 3D manufacturing will add a phenomena of factory outside factory. Meaning what? Say you are in Delhi, in India, or you are in Dubai, correct? And you are producing in your factory 10,000 type of products or 5,000 type of products. Okay? If something I can make by 3D printing or 3D manufacturing, why even I should put that machine in my big manufacturing premises? If the machine is small, 3 meter by 3 meter, I can distribute that kind of 10,000 machines or 5,000 machines or 1,000 machines across my retail supply chain. And whenever demand comes, I will manufacture, I will give it to customer. So see, logistic cost saved, lead time reduced, and customer on demand. Take Baba, you said this, I'm delivering to you by evening. So this is factory outside factory, part of retail supply chain. Don't flood unnecessary. No need to have everything to manufacture at centralized place. This is a decentralization of manufacturing. Suppliers collaboration portal. If one supplier is not able to supply raw material in time, supplier will pull in. Like you do an inventory pulling of the finished good, similarly supplier pooling will also be there for raw material. So it can be easily available to any manufacturing premises. So this was about the high level concept. But who will support this? What is the ground soldiers which are supporting him? The sensors, monitoring, cameras, blockchain, which will do digital contracts, robotics to handle the things very easily, especially in warehouses. You need to release an order. Suddenly you got an order at 12 o'clock in the night. Understand my point? The world is working 24/7 now. It's not that order cannot be taken after 6 o'clock. This is an old concept. Digital order will come and you received an order at 12 o'clock in the night. So what you do? You execute that order in your fulfillment center or your warehouse. Who is doing that? A robot is working for you. He's keeping your consignment ready. Morning 6 o'clock is dispatched to the customer. Khalas. Or what you will do otherwise? Next day employee will come, they will pack it, they will take it. Correct? I'm just telling you. So the humans are getting replaced in such kind of works by robots. It's good or bad, that's a different subject. But I'm telling you, robotics is one of the digital technology, digital supply chain ingredient, a good component of it. Internet of Things. What is Internet of Things? Internet of Things is nothing but the smart devices. What is smart devices? You pass on the trucks, okay? The trucks are flying on the highways. You have a camera, okay, and you are recording. And you know what? In many serials in Netflix and all, or what they do, they try to track the car. It passed from that toll. So let's zoom in. Let's try to see the number and everything. The Internet of Things is going like this. You have a 6 hour or 10 days recording from the same CCTV camera, but that recording is so smart. By a search of a button, you can put a car number and you will come to know, it will give you a log that as per my record, this car has passed 10 times up, left and right, on this date at this. this time. The purpose of telling this is to you is that the Internet of Things is making these cameras, this kind of devices more smart. They'll not be dumb devices. Like previous time, our washing machine only on off, okay? It will rotate for 30 minutes, one timer, khalas. But now you can start your washing machine from your office. You can start your air conditioner from your office. You are coming to your home after 15 minutes, start your AC so your house will be cool. So Internet of Things making the devices smart because supply chain needs smart devices. It cannot be efficient with dumb devices. RFID, radio frequency identification card, just a sticker and you are located by that, especially in warehouses. Especially in the warehouses. You can track, you can arrange the products, you can give a command to robot to keep all one RFID link the material at one place. And cloud technology, cloud computing. All these things, all these programs cannot be distributed across 100 of number of personal computers. So what it is there, all these applications are based in clouds. Cloud means nothing but they are not in cloud. They are the cloud of servers actually, located somewhere on the globe. So they do that processing of information for you. So your machine need not to be that efficient to handle. And by the way, our machines, normal laptop cannot handle this big data. You need to have a server frames, more and more efficient machines. So that is called cloud computing and cloud technologies. So with this, I'm just going to conclude the session with this slide, that the benefit of digital supply chain is it improves the customer satisfaction, it reduces the cost because I'm avoiding multiple duplications. I have one master which is taking care of everything, one application platform. Maximizing productivity and efficiency for sure, because when you have a productivity, when you are reducing your cost of production, when you are eliminating the extra work, so the same team can work more. So productivity is increased, efficiency is increased. Reduce the time to market. Yes, you are able to manage the logistic support so well that you can schedule your activities more better way, more finer way. Accelerate innovation. Yes, for sure. When you are in this digital platform, you will like you're opening a new chapter of your supply chain. You are in the conventional supply chain. Now you are going to digital place. So there's huge to be done so far. We are just starting an era of digital supply chain. I'm telling you honestly. But in the next 5 to 10 years down the line, you will see huge improvisation. Huge improvisation. Again, I'm repeating. The day when you go to, I always give that example. When I buy a bottle, water bottle, okay, just one water bottle on the point of sale, POS at Lulu or any XYZ supermarket. So as soon as I swap this, it is accounted. It is my responsibility only to give credit card to make the payment. But this one swapping information can go to the inventory management system of supermarket, which will say, okay, one more bottle sold, one more bottle sold. So what it will do one dump job. That I had 1,000 bottles, 500 sold, so 500 left out. It's a dump job, it's not a big job, okay? But no, it is analyzing the pattern also. Which hour we are selling maximum, which days we are selling maximum bottles, which weeks are hot weeks, which week are cool weeks. It's okay. And it will create a combination also. If the ambient temperature increases, what is the impact on the, what is the weather forecast, will impact on the water consumption, water cells. And this information will not be only for the supermarket. This information will be floating on an open platform where it will go to the manufacturer, producer also, and they will understand the trend. And they have the previous year trend also. They are comparing. They are able to forecast the things. So that level of automation is happening. So these manual entries are reducing, manual interpretations are increasing. Trends and behaviors are analyzed. They may go wrong also, that's a different issue. But trends and behaviors are analyzed from the grassroots level. And that's why, that's the reason exactly, the digital supply chain will pull us, all of us to, it's a future. There is no second thought on this. So that's the reason we have to have the greater understanding of digital supply chain and try to educate yourself in the digital supply chain concept. So with this, we conclude our session right now. And